you're keeping you in their mind by constant communication. And that's very important. You're in their mind, and when they need a dentist, you're going to be their dentist because you keep calling.
So, Dr. Witt, what is your experience with the Digital Reactivation Program with Blumberg Digital?
Well, my experience with the digital reactivation with Blumberg Digital has been successful overall. I think that it's important to maintain a communication line with all of your existing guests, no matter how far away they are and how long ago they came to your office, because sometimes I think that especially what MGE says, and I'm a client there at MGE, that you never know when they're going to come back, because some of these people always feel that you're always their dentist. They just forget you in the background. And so to have a constant line of communication to them, it's so important. And Blumberg Reactivation Program did that for me, because and I signed up actually during COVID, because that was a time when we needed to start outflowing to all of our guests, and I didn't have the manpower to do it at the time. So Blumberg Digital had this program available, and I signed up, and it kept that line of communication open with my guests. And so I've been doing it for years and years now. And just last month, one of my guests returned after she's been gone for 7 years out of my practice, and she needed her full mouth reconstruction, and she decided to do it right there and there on the spot, because she knows us, because we were her only dentist. She hadn't seen anybody else in all that time, and now something's bothering her enough that she knows she needs something done, and she just did it. So you never know when somebody who you've seen before and you've made a difference for is going to come back to see you, because you've always been their dentist. And so I think that the reactivation program is vital in order to keep the communication lines open between you and your existing guests, especially when they don't come in regularly.
What sort of return of investment are you seeing from the marketing campaigns?
Well, this return on investment from the marketing campaign from the reactivation program at Blumberg is, it's just getting the people who you haven't seen before coming back and doing their services, or just getting it cleaning and getting back into service, so that you have opportunities to get them to move forward on their treatment that's going to really help them. And that's key with the reactivation program, is just being able to see them. The return on investment specifically, I haven't measured it specifically, other than just the guest who we just saw that needed a full mouth reconstruction. So that was a huge return on investment. And when even that's averaged over the last how many years I've been doing this, that's big. So the return on investment is big. You may not see it immediately, I don't think, because it's a long-term thing when it comes to reactivating your guests, because they've been away for so long. You're keeping you in their mind by constant communication, and that's very important. You're in their mind, and when they need a dentist, you're going to be their dentist, because you keep calling, you keep texting. So I think it's key, and return on investment is going to come back over time.
Would you recommend the service to another who's considering digital reactivation? And if so, could you expand on why?
If you're a smaller general dentistry office and you don't have a large staff, having somebody constantly calling and reaching out to all of the people who are on your list that you haven't talked to in years, isn't something in the day-to-day grind of the dental office that you may have people doing when they're answering the phone and they're greeting guests and they're putting people in the chair and they're moving. If you have a small office, you have to have somebody dedicated to that. So if you don't have somebody, if you don't have a huge office and you don't have somebody absolutely dedicated to reactivating your existing guests, you need to get on a program immediately. Call Blumberg Digital and have them get you started, because it's vital that you reach out to those people who haven't seen you in a while. And if you don't have somebody actively doing it in your office, you need it done. Outsource it immediately, because to get somebody in your office to do it when they're already overtasked, if you have a small office, it's impossible. That's the reason I did it. I had a small staff that couldn't get to it. And so I reached out and did it. And it's been vital to make sure that my communication line with my existing guests is kept in all the time.